I threw my laptop on the floor in a rage, and I stomped on it.
What? Do you have any idea how much a laptop costs?
I hate you, Dad. I hate you even more, Mom. I wish I was born in a different family. How could they take $100,000 from me? Hi, I'm Ashley, and my family's hate for me wasn't new. See, on my 7th birthday, my parents didn't even remember it was my special day. And when I told them, they only said, "Who do you think you are, the president?"
There's no me.
It would have been okay if they didn't throw a huge party for my brother on his birthday. I wasn't even allowed to go to anyone's place. I was expected to come straight home from school, do my homework, and help with dinner.
Some parents do that in real life sometimes, and that's kind of sad, but something leads me to believe this girl is not telling the truth. I don't know why.
While my brother would often be out playing in the park or playing video games.
Mario time.
The one time Mom did allow me to invite a girl I'd just become friends with over, it was a total nightmare. My friend accidentally spilled some juice on the tablecloth, and my mom screamed at her, leaving her in tears. I was so embarrassed and horrified that I never invited anyone again. Things at school weren't much better. I was shy and had trouble making friends. This made me an easy target for bullies. One day, a boy snatched my lunchbox and threw my lunch in the garbage. Everyone in the class thought it was really funny and laughed at my tears.
What a freak! He wants to be smart, but that's lame!
And another day, something strange happened to me. We were solving math questions in class, and my teacher asked us to solve 46 multiplied by 72. I shouted 3,312 without thinking. Everyone stared at me. I felt so scared. My teacher asked again, me specifically, what is 113 multiplied by 22? I didn't need a calculator. I replied, 2,468. After some hesitation, the class gave me weird looks for weeks afterward. Another time, when I was bored in recess, I saw the math teacher and a senior working on something. I passed by them and saw they were working on a question. They seemed stuck, so I offered to help and solve the question in a minute. They were stunned.
Now pay close attention to this guy, you see. Because apparently this isn't the last time we're going to see him in this story, you hear?
I waited for my dad to return that week and then told him the story. To my surprise, he was amazed how good I was at math and encouraged me. One day, we had important guests. I was expected to stay out of sight in my room. According to my mother, there's no point in you meeting these people. You're not that important, you know.
That's argument number 1 of why I think this video is fake.
I didn't want to stay in my room, so I went to Dad's study. I always entertained myself there, but this time, I noticed something. Tucked behind a pile of books was an old laptop. I opened it and went through the folders. The files were about my dad's business. Oh, these people were losing a lot of money. I decided to help them out, and plus, it was fun for me.
Sheer absolute boredom!
I sent them a message through their email to tell them how to fix things. I eventually got tired and went to bed. Weeks later, they emailed me back. They thanked me for my kind suggestions and even offered $100,000 for my help.
My man never, ever looked at his email. Jesus, no wonder why they're losing money.
When my dad returned home from work, I excitedly told him about everything that had happened. He promised to meet them on my behalf and get the reward. The next day, my cruel dad had already gone and collected the entire amount in cash. When I confronted him and asked for my money, he only laughed and asked, "What would a stupid, ugly girl like you need with so much money?" I was disgusted. I wanted to hit him. I said, "I want to save for college." He only laughed harder and walked away. I was so angry.
Over dinner, my brother said, "Can you believe this stupid waste has a boyfriend? I hear he's only with her because she's good at math." So stupid. I couldn't believe it. Why would you lie like that? Then my parents started laughing, and Dad said, "Yeah, she's a math freak, just like her mom." Mom froze. Then she started yelling and stormed into their bedroom. My dad rushed in after her. I was so curious, so I snuck to their room and tried to hear what they were fighting about. Why had Mom gotten mad like that? Mom was yelling all sorts of crazy things, and Dad was yelling right back. Then I heard,
The next week was horrible. We all just tried to pretend that nothing had happened. Over dinner one evening, my mother joked about how much richer our family would be if I stopped hiding in my room. I decided enough was enough. I threw my plate across the table at her. The plate missed her face by an inch, but a shard from it smashing on the wall hit her. Her forehead started to bleed. As soon as she saw the blood, she went absolutely crazy. She cursed at me from the top of her lungs. The neighbors heard the shouting and came and rescued me from her. I wished so hard that plate hadn't missed her face. The next day, my mom left. We didn't hear anything from her. She just disappeared. She only left a note on the fridge. "I'll make sure you won't forgive me." I knew that Mom was a woman of her word. She would do something crazy soon. One day, I returned home from school with a headache. My father was there, and he called me over. I was excited because I hoped he was concerned about my health, but unsurprisingly, he only asked if I'd talked to any other big companies. I got mad and told him I had no idea if I would ever make more money since the first time was pure luck. He got so angry and said, "If you don't make more money, I'll ground you for as long as I want." I told him he could do whatever he wanted. I vowed that I would never give him a single penny ever again. The following week, my dad came into my room and asked if I had found any jobs with top-paying companies. I told him I hadn't. I repeated my decision never to contact any company ever again. Dad shouted at me and told me I was grounded until I came to my senses. I was limited to only 2 meals a day. I would have gone insane if I hadn't had my laptop. It was during this time, while I was browsing the internet, that I got an idea. I would start a YouTube channel where I could share my life experience and help anyone who needed help with numbers. So that's exactly what I did, and I didn't regret it. As the next year passed, my channel grew bigger by the day.
I looked through what I assume to be 50 channels already, and I'm not seeing a single Ashley that helps me with math. I must not be looking hard enough.
I'ma play the game how it goes. They can say.
One morning, I woke up to hundreds of notifications. I was so excited. Did one of my videos go viral? I opened my phone, and to my surprise, I'd lost tons of subscribers overnight. I also had a lot of hate mail. I scrolled to see a new YouTuber had appeared and was shaming me for lying about my family. What? I opened the profile. It was
Minecraft Steve. He's turned your world into his, and now he wants to kill you.
I called him. He demanded I give him $10,000 to shut up. So that's what this was about. I was furious. I told him he wouldn't get a penny from me and cut off the call. After that, his videos became meaner and meaner. He started spreading. That's when something amazing happened. After one of my live YouTube videos, one of my viewers sent a message asking if we could meet. It was a bit strange for someone to be so insistent, especially after what my brother was doing, so I ignored him at first. Then a few days later, he messaged me again. He said he knew how to deal with my brother. He believed me. I agreed to meet him, but I was nervous. What if it's just a stupid prank? I wondered.
But dear Queen Ashley, there's nothing that could go wrong with this because every video is like a fairy tale.
Fly me to the moon, let me play among the stars.
He asked me if I truly didn't remember him. I said I didn't. He told me I had helped him and a teacher with a very difficult math problem once. My senior.
Now, you see, I told you this wouldn't be the last time you saw him in the store.
I was stunned. I asked him what he was doing there, and he told me he'd been so impressed by my skills that he had quietly kept tabs on me all this time. I knew he wasn't lying. Jake was the son of a huge business tycoon, and he worked in the company too. He said he had the resources to not only stop my brother, but also to make him pay for the damage he'd caused me. And he did just that. My brother ended up having to pay me $30,000 and give a public apology. I was elated and thanked James. A few days later, Mom called and apologized for what she and my brother had done. I told her I forgave her, but she had to leave me alone. She started crying and asking for money. I told her I had no money for her. She got mad and started screaming as usual. She threatened me and said that she would destroy my life. I wasn't a little kid anymore. I said, "You're a crazy woman, and I'm not afraid of you anymore. I actually think you're weak and stupid. Take care." He told me that his company would take care of my accommodation and car, etc. But more than that, he was genuinely interested in making my life better. I joined the company, and guess what? I climbed up pretty quick. Jake and I became official business partners in no time at all.
Okay, I bet even Sonic would be amazed at how fast this was.
And you know what? Mine and Jake's story doesn't end with business. 2 years after Jake and I started working together, he invited me to a formal dinner. I saw it coming. I knew he was going to ask me to marry him. I was so happy. But when I got there, I saw him with a woman. Then, Jake said, "Ashley, I want you to meet your mother."
Nani?
The woman started apologizing and crying. She said she was sorry for leaving me and that she'd had no other choice. She said that Dad was crazy and life with him had been a living hell. She'd had to run away. I didn't know what to say. I didn't know if I could forgive her, but I decided to give her a chance. What did I have to lose anyway?
I can't say that I enjoyed that little video, but something I really can say is...
This is a pretty hardcore origin story.